Philosophy scholars in the field of aesthetics review it as the critical theories on art, cultures, and nature. It is, in my opinion, the most important and most consistently relative part of philosophy in this world. It is ever-changing and relevant in all cultures and times, in the life from past, present, and future. It is the branch of philosophy where I have grown the most and learned the most about myself. Aestheticism, in the broad and amazing world of philosophy, is one of the hardest explanations and definitions of all the branches of philosophy to determine and clarify. Think of beauty in ideas, objects, and people, and then ask others to personally define it. You will inevitably get a massive variances in answers. The commonalities of people are just as interesting as their differences. Take tribes in the rainforest of South Africa. They're indigenous tribes that live their life based on artistic dance, face paint, and survival hunting skills. These ideals are all very artistic, and the value of doing them correctly and with proper beauty could actually mean the difference in life and death. People in the United States, like young teenagers, value their level of popularity on aesthetic abilities and beauty based on their culturally accepted standards. These standards, from the clothing to actual genetic differences in facial and anatomic body images, are judged and are prevalent deciding factors in choosing a mate or even just choosing friendships between one another. Even the feelings we get and share from one another can be contributed and related to aesthetics. Our five senses, in my ongoing opinion, are the core philosophy of aesthetics, because human interaction is fundamentally needed for all humans on Earth. And think about that. Every living being needs to be loved, admired, needed, and interacted with on a daily basis for survival. Everyone defines themselves individually and with their cultural standards because it is important to be aesthetically pretty or desirable. Not just to the eye, but to the touch, sound, and emotional feelings that the object of need or want projects while visually expressing our own personalities. I originally interpreted aesthetics to be all about personal feelings and human interactions when I first started studying it early on in my class at Ivy Tech in Professor Heckman's college philosophy course. Realizing now it's about every sense we have as humans and how we use it, see it, and differentiate ourselves with it. Do my senses take over personally to make those choices and feelings arise in me? Or could it quite possibly be my learned behavior and the cultural acceptance affecting my brain and senses when making that choice? I never thought that I would eat sushi, and I did with friends in a restaurant that was dark and comfortable, and I was with all the people that make me happy. Did I love the food or the experience? The artistic relevance associated with that particular evening did affect my choice in taste. So every sense I have is intertwined inadvertently with each other. When I wake up in the morning, I make sure to try to smile and think of the positive for that day before it even begins. My experiences day after day educate me and my future decisions so that I know what I like and want based on what is right to the touch, pleasing to the taste, appealing to my eye, and how it made me feel. But if I hear something that upsets me, does it change my day? Music and shopping centers. They're meant to set a mood depending on what type of clothing or image they're trying to sell to the consumer. I have shopped in JCPenney and Hollister clothing stores. What if they swapped out their music library? Do you think that that would directly affect their sales? Even our hearing as an aesthetic art form that's chosen and non-chosen forms of interest that can actually play a part in our day and how we react and feel. How strong are you as an individual to control your senses and surroundings to make your life more beautiful? To me, beauty involves all five senses, and my interpretation and participation in those feelings I direct outwardly every day. This philosophy class has taught me that my mind over matter in relation to my senses will be the factor in my life that makes me happy and beautiful. Aesthetics is amazing to me and the very core of philosophy that I will continue to explore. Now just look at how I look at you and you look at me, and all how we look around is what we experience, and that's the key. No other branch of philosophy is used as much by all on a daily basis as aesthetics. Sharing beauty with one another is the gift that we have all been given. Thank you.